Good morning. How y'all doing today? This is Rusty 78609 Central Texas, USA, 10:08 a.m. Central Standard Time, October the 9th, I think. Is that right? 10th, October the 10th. It's Monday, 2016. It is 58 top-down degrees here in Central Texas, USA. That's pretty cool for this time of the year, very comfortable. It was actually 42 when I got up this morning, and I love it. Boy, you talk about camping weather. Woo-wee! Telling you, get down, America. Anyway, yeah, and as you know, I've already got my bed rearranged for my next camping trip. You know, I love Prius camping. I do, even though it's aggravating as hell sometimes when you go into a place and it's crowded, but that's the way it is no matter what kind of vehicle or what you got. So having said that, I have embarked on another project. I've been thinking about it off and on for a long time, but when I was on this last trip here a couple of weeks ago, whenever it was, when I went out to Dog Canyon and Guadalupe Mountains and Big Bend and so forth, I took a little three-legged toilet with me, and it works. It's okay. It is. The downside of it is you have to use it outside, of course. You have to set it up on level ground. And, you know, if you get an audience, you're just stuck there on your little three-legged toilet. And I didn't have that problem. But you know, you could. I mean, you know, even though I just set it kind of at the back of the car and it worked out pretty good, it was just a little, shall I say, stressful to be pooping on a three-legged toilet when at any moment somebody could walk up and say, "Hey man, do you know how far it is to El Paso?" I hear you. So I was thinking there's got to be a way to poop inside the vehicle, okay? And now there's a lady that I've watched some of her videos on Enigmatic, Nomadic, or whatever they call it, and she lives in a Toyota Prius, travels all over the western USA, mainly western, and she's got a little, I want to say a little 2-gallon toilet, and somehow, but she's only like 5'2", so that's a foot shorter, makes a big difference, but she manages to put it in that seat behind the driver's seat in the Prius and do her thing there. And so I was thinking, well, maybe a 5-gallon bucket would work. You know, I've seen those. They call them luggable loos that they fit on top of a 5-gallon bucket. Yeah, that would work great if you had a place to put the 5-gallon bucket. A 5-gallon bucket takes up a lot of space. But years ago, when I was out living in Big Bend on the Terlingo Ranch, and you know, you had to haul water, and you know, I had a little electric generator to keep the battery charged enough to keep the refrigerator working, but I didn't use the electric water pump. What I would do is I would heat water on the stove using the propane in a little, I think it's just like a 3-gallon pot, and heat that water, and then just take a cup, take a shower that way, and it worked perfectly. I did that for several years, off and on in different places. So I just happened to be sitting on, first of all, I had a 5-gallon bucket outside, so I took it around, put it in the Prius this morning. Ain't gonna work. There's no way in hell. I mean, it's too tall. If you put it in the seat to sit on it, you know, there ain't no room left. So that was out. So calculatus eliminatus. In other words, if you want to find out where something is first, you got to find out where it ain't. Well, it ain't a 5-gallon can. That's out for me in a Prius. So immediately I started looking at my options, and I thought, well, what about some other kind of pot? You know, what about like a planter pot or something? And there on my patio, next to my little washing machine, was my little 3-gallon bucket. And I thought, hark, hark ye, idiots of sooth. And I immediately examined it a little closer and thought to myself, I believe you can make this work. And so I set it on the patio and proceeded to get in the, excuse this, crapping position, and it'll work. It will work. Then immediately I moved to step 2. I put the pot in the seat behind the behind the driver's seat in the Prius, the passenger seat on the, I guess you'd say, the left side. And I proceeded to get in the crapping position on the 3-gallon can again, and guess what? It'll work. It will work. So I'm going to Lowe's right now to get some of that pipe wrap. You've seen it. It's like a styrofoam looking stuff or rubbery looking stuff that you wrap around garden hoses and stuff outside, or pipes that are exposed to freezing temperatures. They call it pipe wrap, I think, or something like that. And it's real cheap. You can buy an 8-foot length of it for $1.50, $2, and one of them is 2 times what I need. So, having said that, I'm actually going to try that this morning. I'm going to fix the lid up, and I believe, and if that works, boy, you talk about a miracle, because see, it's the perfect size, because where I put my pee jug, I have a gallon container that I use to pee in at night. When I go to sleep, I wake up, I need to pee, I pee in that 1-gallon jug. Well, I can put that 1-gallon jug inside that little 3-gallon can, and so therefore it doesn't take up any extra space. And I'll just use a small trash can liner to line the little 3-gallon can with. And what I'll do, though, I'll get some really cheap ass bags, because you know me, but I'll double bag it, because I've done this before. I had a little bitty plastic bucket that I used for a while, and one day I was out pooping on it, and the goddamn thing collapsed on me. It just went, what are you talking about? Never mind. Enough said about that. It was not one of my better mornings. But that's how you learn things, by mistakes. So, if this works, and I think it will, then what I'm going to do is, hell, I'd be self-contained, basically. I mean, that'd be great. I can camp anywhere. I mean, I don't have to worry about, well, I never did really worry about restrooms, even with that little 3-legged toilet, that's fine, but you know, you got to go outside, you know what I mean? Or you got to have one of these little tents you put up that gives you one of these little privacy things, you know, where you change clothes and poop. And, you know, I don't want to do all that crap. I want to keep it as simple as possible. So this way, assuming, you know, assumption makes an ass out of you and me. That's what assumption is. Anyway, but assuming this works, then that's going to be a pretty well big step up. I'll do a video of it. I'm not going to do a video of me taking a crap, but I will do a video showing you what the little 3-gallon can looks like when I get it completed. And if it works, now it won't work for a 300-pounder. It ain't going to do that. You know, you got to have the right size ass, so to speak, or butt to fit on this. You can't. You don't want it to go inside. Okay. So that's what I'm working on this morning on this beautiful day. I love this weather. You know, it just inspires me. You know what I mean? And you know, I've got my dark chocolate organic cashews right now, and I'm drinking some hot. Well, not hot anymore. It's kind of warm because I let it sit out for a while to cool off. Some warm or very warm organic green tea, and I'm having that as I'm on my way to Lowe's to get the rubber hose. Well, it's not actually a hose, it's a pipe wrap. But having said all that, what else is going on? Well, I'm thinking about taking a trip. Oh, I did this too. I got to check, thinking about you know, doing some Walmart camping, because I've done that before. You know, whenever I couldn't find a place when I was going camping in the Prius, I didn't do it when I was pulling an RV, but in the Prius for the past 4 years, if I'm out somewhere camping and I go to the spot that I want to camp and there's either nothing available or it's crap, you know, it's filled up with a bunch of hobo bums like me that look a little strange, or, you know, I go on instincts. If I pull in a place and I don't feel comfortable, I turn around and back out, and that's the end of that. And so far so good. But I'm going to go back to doing some more of the Walmart camping, and there is a website. But, you know, for you people that watch this video that have camped at Walmart, God, you know, be sure you clean up your mess. Don't leave a mess there, because I just talked to a manager at a Walmart, and I won't mention the name of the town, but I told him I was probably going to be passing through there in a couple of weeks, and would it be all right if I camped a night or two in the parking lot? He said, yeah, fine. He said, but he said, you know, we have had a problem with some people that stay several days and they leave a mess when they leave, and he said he'd appreciate it. And I said, I understand what you're saying, man. He said, I said, and that's what ruins it for everybody, is a few idiots. So you guys out there, you know, clean up your mess, because we got a good thing. You know, Walmart's awful generous to let us camp for free in their parking lots, you know, for a few nights, sometimes 2 or 3, I guess, from some of you guys. I know some of, you know, there's always a few that will abuse a privilege, all right? You got me? And it is a privilege to be able to camp at Walmart, because they're all over the freaking United States. And whenever you go somewhere, if you need kind of an emergency stop for a one-nighter because you got a long drive and maybe you got tired or felt bad or whatever, yeah, they work out great. So, but anyway, I did check with the manager. He said it's cool, and I usually try to check with the manager if I am planning in advance. But if it happens on the spur of the moment, I just go there, and if there's some other campers there, I just go ahead and do it like everybody else. But anyway. This is Rusty 78609, Central Texas, USA, full-time RVs and camps in a Prius. If y'all have any interest in camping, RVing, or in a Prius or in a car, well, check out my homepage and look up to the top where it says playlists. Click on that, and there's a lot of information on those playlists. I mean, a lot. I learned the hard way. I learned the hard way RVing, and I learned the hard way doing the Prius camping. And I have got a lot of things that work now. It makes me feel much better when I go. Makes it much more enjoyable, because I have learned that if you get everything predictable, and believe me, we work hard at that as humans to make things predictable, then it makes life, or camping in a car or anything, much more enjoyable. And this time, the bed, I think the bed's going to work better. The toilet, I believe my little poo-pooer, Rusty's poo-poo machine, I believe it's going to work. And with those 2 items and my organizer and a few other little things, it just makes Prius camping or car camping wonderful. So having said that, folks, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios amigos, thumbs up, carpe diem, adios, bye-bye, buy American made when you can. And anyway, what else is happening? It's a beautiful day in Central Texas, USA. How about that? I'm telling you, boy, right now, it's about 57, 58 right now. But anyway, go get them, guys. Enjoy your day. Bye-bye.